Oh, well, hey, B. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, we're about to have us a quick chat, and I want to talk about Miss Kandi Burrs and her new show. So let's talk about it. All right, y'all. Miss Kandi Burrs has done it again, honey. Y'all know Miss Kandi to me is the queen of spinoffs over there on Bravo. Okay, she had one about the Candy Factory. She had one about Escape, and I'm sure there was more than that. Okay, but now she has a new one called Kandi and the Gang, honey. All right, now it's definitely giving. It's definitely giving so far. Now I will say, when I first saw the trailer, I wasn't that sold. I was like, girl, we got to get to know these new people and stuff. And I'm like, I guess. But I said, you know what? This actually may not be that bad of a thing here. You know, to get to know some new faces, see what else is going on. We already know Miss Kandi not gonna let us into a whole lot of her drama. All right, so there's that. Might as well, enjoy what it is that she's bringing to us. And not only is she bringing it to us, it's Todd as well. Okay, these are and y'all know, for those of you that do not know, please know that Todd has also produced a number of shows for the OWN network. Know that very well. So Todd is not new to this producing game. And actually, when Todd and Kandi met, he was a producer on one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta shows. And it's been said that Phaedra actually introduced Todd to Kandi, and that's how the relationship flourished. So we probably gonna get some good stuff out of here. Okay, now they're saying that the show is called, as I've already said, Kandi and the Gang. Okay, now, they're saying that the series will follow, of course, Kandi and her husband, but it's also going to follow the employees as well as the OLGs. And y'all know I'm always here for the OLGs, honey. Always here for the OLGs. We got Mama Joyce, Aunt Nora, and Aunt Bertha, okay? And you cannot forget Aunt Bertha, because Aunt Bertha is the one that brought it to us when she said it was a scheme that Todd set up for him and them to come to us with the bull. Hear me, okay? So shout out to Aunt Bertha, because we are still saying that to this very day. Iconic times of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, so it seems like they have some revamping that they're doing over there with the OLG restaurant. So they're trying to switch it, change it, rearrange it. They also need employees to play their part, as well as some of the family members to play their parts as well. I've been to OLG over there on Peter Street more than one time, and it's primarily who I've seen over there was Aunt Nora. Not gonna lie, haven't really seen much of Mama Joyce, haven't seen much of Aunt Bertha. I feel like I could have saw Aunt Bertha maybe once, but for sure I know I saw Aunt Nora for a fact, because my mom got a chance to get a photo with Aunt Nora. So she's definitely in the building for sure. So I don't know if those may be the conversations where the ladies have to show up and physically, be present, especially now that Kandi has opened up more than one location of OLG. So I'm wondering how the aunts and the mom is managing, showing up to the restaurants. But listen, I really came to you guys so that we can meet the cast, okay? We have to meet the cast, and I am going to talk about it. But first things first, I've already told you guys this is Kandi and Todd, okay? But let me go ahead and show you the OLGs, okay? We have Mama Joyce, which is first. We have Aunt Nora, which is in the middle. And on the end, we have Aunt Bertha. Let me tell you something. To me, I felt like these were my Golden Girls. Like, I never really watched Golden Girls when I was younger. Okay, girl, I know, girl. Don't be hitting that dislike button on me, honey. Don't be like that, because I've seen a few episodes, but I've never been crazy about the Golden Girls. More so, it was Mama's Family for me, okay? But anyway, outside of that, okay, please know that these OLGs, they like my black Golden Girls. They my melanin girls, okay? Because they are funny, they are hilarious, and I enjoy it. I cannot wait to see these ladies get together. I think that's kind of why I was feeling the way originally, because I was like, I gotta get to know all these other people. I thought it was gonna be about, more about the OLGs, because that's what I really want to see. I want to see the old lady gang, right? But I think it's gonna be great. I think Kandi is going to do a good job with this production, honey. Okay, Miss Portia, girl, go ahead and take note. But let's go ahead and scoot over, because I want you guys to go ahead and meet the cast. Okay, yes, Don Juan will be a part. Okay, and what they're saying is that Don Juan is Kandi's right-hand man, and he oversees all of Kandi and Todd's business ventures, right? Now, as Kandi's eyes and ears, he runs the operations for all her businesses as their general manager, which often puts him in the position to mediate between the staff members. Now, at the restaurant, Don Juan is ready to shift the culture from laid back to button Girl, this is going to be very interesting, but I do want to say, why did you guys have Don Juan at the very back of the photo? I feel like Don Juan should have been in the middle. You have Kandi, you have Todd, and then you have Don Juan like somewhere in the back. And I just wasn't featuring that. I was like, now, why would y'all do that to Don Juan, honey? But yeah, either way, it don't matter because he's going to be there collecting his checks, okay? And we're going to be there tuned in and watching. But let me go ahead and get to the next person, okay? Because the next person we have happens to be Phillip. Let me tell you guys about Phillip, okay? Phillip is an Atlanta native, and I can tell by the way Phillip is holding his suit that Phillip think he all that. But let's keep going, okay? Now, Phillip does have a long history in developing restaurants, and he was introduced to Kandi and Todd a few years ago, and he began consulting at Blaze Steak and Seafood. Consulting at Blaze Steak and Seafood. Now we know those ratings over there as far as the food ratings haven't been very high. Okay, did you have anything to do with that, Phillip? But let's keep going, okay? The Burris Tucker's upscale restaurant is located, across town, child. Now, after his successful tenure there, Phillip moved up to OLG's he just moved up to OLG, okay? So he was trying to get the staff back together and get them on track. So that's going to be mainly his thing. Now, they're saying that Phillip tries to set a new tone at OLG, but the staff isn't as receptive to his straightforward and polished ways as expected. I can see that. I can see that with Phillip. I can see, because if you came from Blaze Steak and Seafood and it's more upscale and then you're coming to OLG, it definitely is two different dynamics. So also with him going into this new location or the new spot for him as far as what he's going to help out with managing, he probably have heard things about them and probably already looked down on them. So that's going to be very interesting to see how the people respond to him and how he responds back to them. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the next person we have here. We have Miss Shandricka, honey. Shandricka is the first and self-proclaimed original hostess at OLG. She can be salty with a sharp tongue that occasionally gets her in trouble with management. Now, Shandricka has been known to run a minute or two late, okay, to her shifts, girl. So she don't know how to be on time, honey. So Kandi and Todd bring in another host to help get things back on track. Now, outside of OLG, Shandricka's love life is complicated, okay, because of her past entanglement with, the valet owner, Patrick. So we're going to get a chance to see what that is all about. I want to know who came there first. I want to know if Patrick was working valet first and Shandricka decided to come over to OLG because she wanted to be closer to him. Or could it have been the other way around? Or could it just been a coincidence that you guys started working at the same location? All right. So y'all know I want to know about that. But let's go ahead and get on over to another person. Okay. This is Dom Unique. No, not Dominique. Dom Unique. Okay. And she is the self-proclaimed day one bartender at OLG. And she's a dancer who has performed with Kandi on the Welcome to the Dungeon tour, and even with the hot girl, Miss Megan Thee Stallion. Come on, Miss Dom Unique, you better be out here dancing, girl. Okay, and not dancing how they think, but she's actually a professional dancer. Okay, her dreams of dancing professionally are her number one priority, and sometimes at the expense of her shifts at the restaurant. So obviously we could tell she probably call out because she has another opportunity she has to go and pursue. I'm not mad at Dom about that, girl. I think more people need to figure out a way to manage the dreams that they have for themselves in the midst of what they already got going on that they need to pay the bills, right? Now, Dom's close with her workplace besties, Torin and Shandricka, and her budding flirtationship with a coworker is becoming the talk of OLG. I wonder who that person is. Now, it looks like from, the trailer, that person just might be Phillip, honey, but we're going to find out, at a later time, girl. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the next person that we are going to meet. This is Torin, and obviously they've said that this happens to be one of her besties. Okay, Torin previously worked at OLG as a manager, but with his event planning and interior decorating side hustle, he was spread too thin at the restaurant and left to run his events. Okay, he wanted to do the events full time. Now, Torin has always wanted to see OLG succeed, and with his strong work ethic and commitment to going above and beyond, Kandi and Todd have invited him back as the resident events manager. I'm like, oh, that's cute, honey, because at least you get a more consistent check coming in, right? From the OLG company, Todd and Kandi, okay? So there's that, honey. Let's go ahead and move on to someone else, because this happens to be Brandon. Now, you know what? I may have gotten it mixed up. Shandricka could have been messing with Brandon. Either way, I'm here for it, girl. We're going to find out more. But Brandon happens to be an Atlanta transplant from Queens, New York. So I do expect to hear some type of accent. They're also saying that he's, a manager at OLG. Now, even though Brandon may be known as the workplace flirt, see, now, Shandricka, girl, I think you done got tied up with Brandon, okay? Now, even though he may be the workplace flirt, he is responsible for overseeing the staff, their ever-changing schedules, and handling any issues that arise. Now, now that Phillip has stepped in to get the restaurant back on track, Brandon needs to maintain his professionalism with the co-workers turned flings. So that right there lets me know that Brandon and Phillip probably gonna have some issues, okay? Because Brandon don't know how to separate his professional from his personal. So we already see he's going to have a little trouble over there in his neck of the woods, honey. Let's go ahead and move on to someone else, which happens to be Patrick. Patrick, child. Now, Patrick, is you the one that was over here messing with my girl? No, I'm sorry. So Shandricka was the one that was messing with Patrick, whereas Dom Unique was the one that I think probably was messing around, with Brandon or Phillip. But let's keep going, honey, because we got to talk about Mr. Patrick here, because Patrick happens to be the cousin to Kandi, and he's Aunt Bertha's grandson. Oh, girl, that's a whole kind of messy story. You're supposed to be there for professional stuff. What kind of family business is you in over here flirting and messing down with the ladies, honey? But let's keep going. Now, in the middle of the family business, he manages the OLG parking lot behind the restaurant, and even has a few side hustles, from real estate to an all-natural luxury body essentials line. Now, despite his past as OLG's restaurant ladies man, okay, now despite all of his past with being that, Patrick is smitten with his girlfriend, Safari Fox, who is less than pleased to see Patrick and Shandricka still crossing paths. Girl, that's messy. That's messy. Oh, girl, I think they also said that it was an altercation that took place over there on the set. I believe that was some of the stuff that came out last year. So we'll see how that's going to play out. And I hope it had nothing to do with Patrick's girlfriend, Safari, and his ex little boo thing, Miss Shandricka. But we'll see, honey. We'll get into that. Let's go ahead and meet somebody else, okay? Let's meet Brian. Okay, Brian, we see you fashionable, honey. Brian is the head ex-bartender at OLG, who's back as a server. Now, even the entertainer, Brian, makes everyone laugh at their tables and on stage where he performs stand-up comedy. Okay, cool. Now, outside of the restaurant, Brian launched his own business, and he's eager to integrate his specialty food items onto the menu at OLG. Come on, Brian, honey. I can't wait to see what it is that he's trying to introduce to the menu, honey. What you got? You got some seasoning or something? What you got going on, Brian? Let's go ahead and meet someone else. We have Melvin here. Okay, Melvin is definitely giving me like security person. So let's get into it. Now, Melvin has strong family ties to OLG. Okay, he's very tight with Kandi, his grandmother, Miss Bertha, and cousin Patrick. So he is also a part of the family. Now, at the restaurant, he's the kitchen manager, responsible for keeping everything and everyone running according to plan. Now, Melvin is a hard worker, but after running into a few issues, Todd has some concerns about the kitchen, honey. I bet he do, the way that rating look. Now, Melvin, is you over there doing your job, Melvin? Because the way the ratings have been hitting, honey, based on the things in the kitchen, we're side-eyeing you right now, Melvin. Now, they said that the question is, has Melvin been difficult? Has Melvin been dealt a difficult hand at the restaurant? Or will Kandi and Ty have to part ways with a family member for the greater good of OLG? And this is very interesting because remember we saw in the preview where it was a woman and I believe it was Aunt Nora that were getting into it. So I'm wondering, like, could that be, like, I want to know. I want to know, like, was that somebody's mama or something like that that ended up getting fired and she had to, you know what I'm saying, ended up getting into an argument or something? Girl, let me not speculate. We just gonna have to watch the show and see how it all plays out, okay? And finally, let's go ahead and meet Rashad. Okay, let's meet Rashard. Rashard, they also call him Shardo, has been finessing the host stand across town at Blaze and is now lending a hand at OLG to spice up the front of the restaurant. Now, Rashard dresses to impress both on and off the job. He's bringing his class, elegance, and professionalism to OLG with the hope that it will rub off on certain coworkers, honey. And who is these coworkers you talking about that you want your fashions and everything to rub off on? Girl, we are in for a mess, shall I say, but I'm definitely going to be tuned in. I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments regarding Kandi and the gang. Are you going to be tuned in? Are you excited? Do you think that it's going to be the talk of the town in the same way that Miss Portia Family Matters was the talk of the town? Come on, Bravo, for releasing these different spinoffs to keep us entertained until we get to the full season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, that's all that I got. You guys hop down in the comments. Let me know what you're expecting and what you don't expect from the upcoming show. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.